What's up, YouTube? It's Leo again. I'm charging my... Actually, I'm not. I gotta charge it right now. I'm charging my DSLR because I'm doing a video on a table that I'm making. But I wanted to tell you guys my first jiu-jitsu tournament is this weekend, Sunday. So, it's a local tournament. It's being held at the Valley Martial Arts Center. I believe it's what it's called in North Hollywood. And the gym where I train, Peterson Grapplers, is also having a tournament on November 3rd. So I will be entering that one as well. But my first one is going to be this one. And this tournament is going to be white belts only and gi only. So there's going to be only gi matches for a bunch of white belts. Which is pretty cool because that's what I'm looking to do, you know. But the weight classes, when I signed up, I decided I'll weigh myself because I know my weight fluctuates. So I thought I'd weigh myself before selecting a weight class because the weight class is the way that they're set up. Let me adjust these lights for you. The way that these weight classes were set up is, I think it was one or under 128 pounds. And then there was another one that's 128 to 141, and then I think the next one was 142 to like 156 or 158. And then there were obviously some weight classes above that, which I didn't look at because I'm not anywhere near that. And so I fluctuate anywhere between 135 and like 148. That's about where I am regularly, and it depends, like, I don't know if I weigh myself before I eat, after I eat, or when I'm well hydrated, or when I'm slightly dehydrated, how much I'm training, how much I'm eating, and so on. And so it fluctuates, and so I thought one thing I can do is just weigh myself right now and pick based on that. Because I called them up, and they said it's sort of up to the competitor's honesty. And that we weren't going to be weighed in, and I told them, like, the reason I ask is because I sometimes am under this threshold and sometimes I am above it. So I don't want to sign up for the 141 and under if I'm going to come in weighing 148 pounds that day. I also don't want to go into the upper weight class that has a higher limit of 156 or 158. I can't remember, honestly. And come in weighing 135 pounds. I'd be at a massive disadvantage. So I just wanted to know, you know, for my own sake, to get a better gauge of which weight class I should sign up for. And so I thought, you know what, I'll just weigh myself right now, and I'll go off of that, and I'm sure I can maintain it for my own sake. I can weigh myself in before I compete and see whether I need to cut some weight or not, and not because they're gonna weigh me in, because they're not, you know, but for my own honesty. And so I weighed myself, and I was 139 pounds. So I was like, okay, I'll go for the lower weight class. Yesterday I weighed myself, and I was 145. So yeah. Another thing that happened yesterday, I've been having one of my black belts, one of the black belts at the gym, do some drilling with me and help me with my gi work, because as I've stated before, most of my experience is no gi, and I just kind of get into the gi a bit and do my judo in the gi. But you know, rolling with judo guys isn't the same as rolling with jiu-jitsu guys, especially for the purpose of BJJ competition. But I've had them rolling with me, and it's gone really well. I really feel like I've improved a little bit. And so I've been kind of taking it easy for about the last month with school and everything sort of getting in the way. And I decided, you know what, this week I'm not gonna take any time off at all. Every time that I have available, I'm gonna train. And so I went into the the gym. And yesterday, Tuesday. The tournament's this Sunday, by the way. This Sunday. Well, yesterday I broke my finger. Yeah, which is really unfortunate. It just we were sparring, doing some no-gi, and I sparring. I had a few good matches, and mostly against some newer guys. I also had a match with one of our longtime purple belts, John Solar. He's the guy's good. So he went a little easy on me. I could tell. And then I sparred with my coach Brian Peterson, and he went for a drop seoinage, which I had done to somebody earlier in one of the earlier sparring matches. Since I've been working on my judo so much, my timing for throws has been getting a lot better. Um, and so he pulled it off on me, but he when he went under for that grip to get under the arm, and he tried to go forward, we were already so sweaty that at that time he slid from my tricep down to about mid forearm, and so I was able to base and lean, put my hips forward and base on the mat with my hands. I was able to post, and then he rolled under and went for a knee bar. I tried defending, and then somewhere mid defense, I was in a position where I had my hands on the mat, and I just started to feel a lot of pain in my finger, and I kind of just like, whatever, stuff hurts, my old broken toes that I broke a couple years ago, they always hurt when I train. And my shoulder always hurts when I train. My back, my lower back, always hurts when I train. And this is all stuff from previous injuries. And so I thought, whatever, I just keep rolling. And I was looking for a heel hook, and he was kind of rolling himself out of position for it. And so I was trying to transition to a straight ankle lock, and then I put my hand on the mat down again. And like if this were the mat, and I was putting my hand down like this on it. I wasn't like quite like this. I had my knuckles facing down, and then I was like, man, it really hurts again. And then I said, hold up, coach, something's hurting real quick. Something's hurting a bit. And then he's like, oh, what's up? And then I said, I don't know, my finger just started hurting. And he was like, was it this round or was it last round? I was like, well, it might have happened last round, but I just started noticing it right now that my hand's been on the mat. And he said, oh, let me take a look at it. And he said, let me see your other finger. And then he said, yeah, it's probably broken. And then he was tugging on it to try to give it a nice clean break, so it's not just a partial fracture, so it can heal up. Because as I know with my toes, and he's obviously had plenty of broken bones, especially broken fingers. I know from experience with my toes that if they don't break cleanly and they don't heal perfectly, they're always gonna hurt. The toes of mine that fractured completely and healed up, they feel fine. And my other toes, like as soon as I get on the mat and I do pretty much anything, a cartwheel, it's hurting. And it's never like excruciating or anything, but it is annoying that is always going to happen unless I go to the doctor or something and ask him to re-break it for me. And so he was running his finger through it and trying to get it to go, and he might have gotten it because it was painful, and then all of a sudden it just totally went numb for a little while before it felt like a throbbing pain sometime thereafter. But yeah, it's not. I asked him, is it a concern? Should I be concerned? Is there any reason? Is it worth pulling out of the tournament for, or like is it really not that big of a deal? And he said, I don't know, I just break stuff all the time, and I just train through it anyway. As long as it's something small like that, like if it's not, as long as my finger's not totally sideways or backwards, or I don't have a broken leg or a broken arm or whatever, it's not this giant thing, I can brace up my broken finger to an adjacent healthy finger, and that should help. And so I tried it out, and I continued to roll, and then I put on my gi, and I had some more practice with my black belt, Timmy Song, and I'll hopefully be doing a video on him soon, if I can get an interview with him. But I did a bit of training with him, and yeah, it felt fine. It did ache a little bit afterward when we were done, and in between if we rested. But it felt okay. I thought, like, if my tournament is anything like this, because I was attempting to grip strongly, I was attempting to apply chokes, and and I thought like I've lost a little bit of squeeze mobility. I can't like roll my hand, my fist up tightly like this quite so much with it right now, but I can still get most of my my grip, my actual force of grip from these three fingers and the little bit that the other two can do. So I'm not worried about it too much. And like realistically, if I lose, so what? You know, it's not. I'm not fighting for a world title. I'm not fighting for money. I'm not. It's nothing. You know, it's just a local tournament for me to go and push myself and experience what a tournament is like. So I'll be doing it anyway. You know, my coach said it's you should be fine. If it does hurt you, you know, if it's an obvious problem during your tournament, then don't feel afraid to just tap out and call it a day. You know, there's always next time. And so I finished training. Classes from 7 to 8:30. I think I got out of there like at 9:30 or so, 9:30, 10 maybe. And then I have I have judo today after a kids class, of course. Kids class being from 4 to 5 or 1600 to 1700 for you guys on the 24-hour clock. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I was have been meaning to record a video to mention the upcoming tournament. I'm also going to be having a judo tournament, hopefully before the end of the year. And if nothing else, I'll have this tournament to post up, and I'll also have the tournament in November at PG that I'll be posting up. So I know I haven't posted any roles that I've had with any of my sparring partners at any of the places that I train. And I asked my coach Timmy about that, and he said, yeah, we could definitely do that. You know, you and I could spar together, and you could record it. We can go over some technique, and we can go over some of the holes in your game and where you can improve and things like that. And you can maybe see it more clearly if you watch a video of yourself rolling as opposed to just rolling and trying to notice it right then. And I thought, yeah, that'd be great. I just didn't, you know, I didn't want to set up a camera and record a sparring session that I'm going to be posting without my sparring partner's consent, because of, I don't know, it's their privacy, you know. So I thought it was a good idea to ask him beforehand, and he was all for it. So I'll be doing that soon, but I figured why not wait for the tournament, you know. I'll wait for the tournament, and then you guys can see sort of where I'm at. And if you go to, I think it's the Instagram page is CSUN BJJ official. There's a picture of me in there. I think they posted like a series of 3 or 4 pictures or something somewhat recently, in the last week or two. And one of the pictures is of me, and I'm rolling with one of the new guys. And I say new because yeah, the guy's not wearing a rash guard or wearing a gi or whatever. He's just wearing shorts and t-shirt. So most of the people who are new to that come in shorts and t-shirt, and then most of the people who already have a gi or have a rash guard or have whatever stuff they like to wear when they go rolling, that's what they wear. So, but that's the only thing you'll see of me so far, aside of I think PG. I think my coach just posted a picture of us like at the end of we all got done sparring and everything, training, and he said, hey, everybody get together for a picture. So I mean, one of the more recent ones, and if you look, I don't know how far back you'd have to look, but pretty far back to see me in another picture there. But yeah, tournament coming up. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'll post the video before I even make a video on it. How about that? Also, my son had his first karate tournament somewhat recently, and I'll be posting that video as well, and I'll make a video on it to talk about sort of, it was our first tournament, first karate tournament, and so if you're interested in that sort of stuff, or if your kid's in karate, I can, you know, maybe it'll be of interest to you. And if nothing else, I've wasted 15 minutes of your time. So, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever that YouTube stuff is. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep you updated.